He was there throughout from day one, taking us around. He actually made sure that everything went on smoothly. So we cannot thank you enough. And to everyone right there at Umokane, we say thank you. Thank you and thank you again. Your customs and traditions will never die, so keep it alive, okay? That depends on the effort you put in to ensure that your children and the next generation to come see these things. Not just, they won't hear about it, but make sure they practice the customs and traditions, and by doing so we'll keep our culture alive, and that's the aim of Ojezurobodo. Okay, Best Beauty, you missed a lot. On Saturday.
I was working. I was in the office working, so we were working in our own strength.
Okay, let's see how the next one is going to go. All right, I have some updates right here for you this morning, and I want to start off by telling you that the United States has officially left the World Health Organization, WHO. Yes, they left, and the news we are getting is that the US officially withdrew from WHO, leaving the UN agency without one of its biggest donors. The US President Donald Trump signed an executive order signaling the withdrawal about a year ago. And what happened? He actually went on to criticize the organization for being too China-centric during the COVID pandemic, something that happened 2019. That was when, they started bearing grudges. And before we could say Jack Robinson, the US said, you know what, we have to leave the WHO. And you know what that means for that organization? The US has been a huge supporter of the WHO. They give AIDS, HIV funding, maternal and child health. They give AIDS, and now that they've left, I wonder what is going to be of the WHO. But let's see what is going to happen after now, and I hope that something will be done. If not, maybe to bring them back or to find other measures that can aid their work. All right, and then this is another funny story that I stumbled on this morning. And it says that churches cannot detect fake anointing oil. This is according to the bishops in Nigeria. They actually made a call to NAFDAC during the weekend. The ecumenical synods of bishops and archbishops, apostles, and senior clergy came up during the weekend to say that churches lack the capacity to identify fake or adulterated anointing oil, thereby urging the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control to intensify its regulatory role. According to them, they actually made this statement in reaction to the recent discovery of an illegal Goya oil production facility in Lagos. And we know that that particular oil is widely used in churches as anointing oil for prayers. Also used for spiritual protection, used for healing. On the other way around, most people use it in cooking as well, for salad dressings and what have you. But now they're saying that they have a lot of fake in the market, especially the ones that come in the plastic bottles. So NAFDAC, the bishops are saying that people should be careful, and they've called on NAFDAC to do more extensive investigation so that people will know the one that is safe for consumption and the ones they are supposed to purchase. Okay, anointing oil, don't get fake. Well, that is funny, but not funny, although I don't know what Nigeria has turned into. But we hope that going forward, NAFDAC will actually do the needful. All right, shall we go over to the topic for today? If you just tuned in, this is Health Revolution right here on Echo FM 100.7. And we want to take a swipe to the world of parasites, intestinal parasites. That's what it's called medically. But what we know is worm infestation. That's what we call it, okay? So we shall be exploring the foods and fruits that have been linked to worm infestation. I shall also tell you what you should know about worm infestation, symptoms of worm infestation, and then explore the various worms and parasites that can cause worm infestation. How often should you deworm as an adult? If I ask people around the room now,
like Mary the Slim Diva mentioned, we have food and fruits that link to these things. It's in our everyday meals. It's in our everyday food. So worms are something that it easily infects the body. It commonly infects the body, and it goes and rests in your intestines. So that's what I have on the definition of worms.
Okay, and I'll start off from where you stopped. It rests on the intestines, and that's why these things are called intestinal parasites. They include worms and single-celled organisms that live in the intestines. Now, a parasite is an organism that lives off another organism, and that organism is known as the host. Parasites use the host body for nourishment and shelter. They rely on the host as a vehicle to spread to the next potential host, where they can now continue to multiply and spread. In other words, what we are trying to say is that these parasites, there are lots of examples. For instance, you have the roundworms, the tapeworms, the pinworms, and so on and so forth. These things infect the human body, usually the intestines, by consuming food, water that has been contaminated with the eggs, and so on and so forth. So there are so many symptoms, but the idea behind this topic for today is that people no longer see the need to deworm themselves. I know what I'm saying. Adults at some point will even forget if there is anything known as worm medicine. That's what they call it, right? They don't even remember. If it were to be in children, there are stages. You must definitely deworm them. There are some signs they will exhibit. You already know that, oh, okay, it seems more like this person is having worm infestation. But in adults, everything is malaria and typhoid. You vomit, or you are having nausea, you are having headache, it is malaria. You're feeling dizzy, it is malaria. You won't even ask yourself, apart from malaria, apart from typhoid, what else could be disturbing? I don't know if you get me. Some people go 1 year, 2 years, 3 years without deworming. And that is very, very injurious to your health. There could be complications. Are you aware? It's not when it happens now you start to point at your village people. It could be that you haven't dewormed over time. So that's the essence of this particular conversation, to remind people of the need to try as much as they can to deworm themselves from time to time. So there are common symptoms of worm infestation that people should know about. The first one will be itching and irritation. Intense itching, especially around the private area. This usually occurs in the night, but I don't know why. Most of the time, when you want to sleep, that's when you start to itch all over your body and you're wondering what's going on. That is one sign of worm infestation. We also have other signs, that could affect the digestive area. It could be diarrhea, it could be constipation, it could be nausea, vomiting, abdominal pain, even bloating. And then when the person is passing excessive gas, flatulence, you think, oh, these things that always happen to me when I want to fall sick, when I want to have malaria, without knowing that there could be signs of worm infestation. You have more signs you want to add. Okay. So when you see any of these signs, don't conclude and then you go over the counter to get medications. No. Number one, you'd have to first of all see a healthcare provider. Like we always tell you here, everything is not about seeing the doctors, the nurses. There are also other fields in health, people that are knowledgeable about these things, and then they'll tell you exactly what to do. Common causes of this transmission of worms, there are so many causes. It could be through the food that we eat. It could be through the water that we take in. It could also be through the fruits that we eat as well. But people do not know these things. I remember one time I told someone, if you want to boil vegetable, normal vegetable that you buy from the market, please wash it with salt. And she was arguing with me. No, I don't do that. If I wash it with salt, it will kill off all the nutrients. It will make it, I said, it will kill off the germs on the vegetable. It's not going to penetrate into the vegetable. The surface first. You have to clean that surface before you now, talk of warming it or eating it. Now, remember that when you go to the market, these market women, most of the time, keep these things on the background. I don't know if you've seen it. Yes. They put it on the bare ground after harvesting. You know, it goes from one stage to the other. From the farm, it will go into the bus. From the bus or the truck, it comes to the market, the wholesaler, who now distributes it to the retailers. The processes it will pass through. One day I was going along the road and I saw a bus conveying vegetables. The way they stack this thing inside the bus, I was asking myself, this is what people will eat and put into their stomach. So after it must have passed through all of those processes, you have one simple task. Before you boil, some will tell you, don't worry, leave all those things. When I put it on the fire now, the heat will kill the bacteria. It's not true. Even meat, before you boil meat, fresh meat, it is advised you even use salt to wash it. Salt itself, I don't know that word to use, but I know that it has a lot of magic that it does when it comes to killing off germs and bacteria. That is number one. I don't know if there are other things people can use to wash vegetables and fruits. We'll also look at that.
It's commonly salt.
Salt.
Because that's like the safest method. Any other thing you use, it might affect you in the long run.
Okay.
Even salt too, if you don't use it carefully, because excessive salt in the body causes a lot of issues.
Thank you. I did not say pack the salt on top of the vegetable and then boil. You know, some people can misquote others. Wash it thoroughly. Wash it. You rinse out the salt the first time. Rinse it out the second time. In fact, anything you want to put in your food, I always tell people, be it dry fish, use a lot of salt. Be it vegetable, use a lot of salt. Then let us come to fruits. Most people go to the streets, they buy fruits. And then they just get one sachet, sachet of water. They wash, for instance, let me use apple. And they wash the apple and they start to eat it. Forgetting that apple itself must have passed through a lot of processes. From hand to hand, somebody will come, egole wapu, raise it up, egole wapu.
press
it. Even the woman will be like, I beg, anapi, how do they say it in there? Anapi, thank you. Please keep it. Everybody, both the one that comes out from the site or the one that just finished going to use the loo, everybody comes. They want to know how much that apple costs. And in so doing, hands are touching that apple. And then you now go, you buy the apple, and you get sachet water, you wash it, and you feel that you have washed off the germs. That is a big lie. Or is it Akiausa? What do they call it? Tiger nuts. I have a lot to say, but let me stop here for now. Best Beauty, go ahead.
Foods and fruits linked to infestation. These are the foods and fruits that easily get infested by these worms. So we have undercooked meats. Now, raw or rare pork and beef are major sources of tapeworms and trichinella. Now, undercooked meats, these are meats that you do not cook. You're like, medium rare. I want rare. I want because you're eating. You want to be an animal that does not eat cooked food. Oh, when I used to see those things, it amuses me. Like you still be seeing blood. You say no, it's not blood. It's flavor. Okay, very good. They're actually worms inside, or things like pork meat, things like beef, things that these animals they eat off. If animals eat off the ground, so naturally they have worms in their body. Naturally, every single animal, if you check it very well, they have one form of infestation or the other. How you clean it and how you cook it is what matters. I will make sure that you don't get infested by those worms. Another one is raw or unwashed produce, which are fruits, vegetables like mangoes, tomatoes, lettuce, spinach, carrots, so on and so forth, can carry eggs if they were grown in contaminated soil or washed with unsafe water, or if fly to go and perch on them. Like we were talking, we said something one period about the trash that was at the middle of the road, that a lot of flies are, and there are a lot of fruits in that place, and people will just pick up these fruits, eat it immediately. The flies are perching on it, eating on it, laying eggs on it, and you just, so those are one of them. They also have raw seafood. Sushi, sashimi, undercooked freshwater fish can harbor flukes or flatworms. There's a lot of people saying that they eat raw fish. That is good for their body. It's good for so and so. You use omega something. And my question is, you're eating these things raw. The other one is aquatic plants. Plants like watercress growing in contaminated water are linked to fluke infections. Then unpasteurized liquids, raw milk. raw milk, and fruit juices can carry parasites. Like, it's very hard for me to pronounce. You can go and search it online. So all these things, they have to go through if you don't put it through the right process. Even people that do yogurt, it can even get easily infected if it's not being put through the right process, if it's not being stored properly, if it's not being covered. People that do homemade tomatoes, homemade this, homemade that, and they don't put it through the right process, you could get infested and you could start having parasites growing in your body. Your body will be a living ground of parasitic infection.
People do not know. Now you mentioned yogurt, and that brings something to mind. I know that naturally when you get yogurt, you should put it in the freeze to ensure that it's cold, at least 247. Is it to kill off the bacteria now?
It's fermenting.
Thank you.
Fermentation process.
But people in this part of the world do not do that. You see someone selling yogurt and they put it in the sun because they want to sample the yogurt for people to buy. See, we have a long way to go in this country. They bring out these things, put it in the sun from morning till night. And then maybe the stock they have inside gets finished. Then they remember they have some outside. They now go and bring out that one that has been in the sun, put it in the fridge. Somebody will buy. After drinking, the person starts to have running stomach. And you're wondering, what happened? You say it's food poisoning. That's what some people call it. It might be warm. What of eating stale food? Some of these restaurants you see, they will prepare a meal. They will not be able to finish it. Some will not be kind enough to put it in the fridge, depending on what that meal is. They will just leave it like that. Now, I went somewhere one time. I was very hungry that day. I think I closed very late. I traveled, actually. I can't remember what I went for. And then I entered into a restaurant. That was around after 7 p.m. And I asked them for, what is it called? Eba and soup. Quite all right. The soup was very fresh. They brought egusi soup. When they brought the eba, I looked at this thing. The color alone turned me off, first of all. As a woman now, I looked at this guy. I said, I didn't say anything. I washed my hand. Took the first munch. Nobody told me. I just told myself. You see this gari that they made the previous day, they couldn't finish selling. They now put it in a bowl, put palm oil, put hot water, and turned it again to make it look very fresh. This is what I experienced, not what someone told me.
A reason
I put it in my mouth. It was the smell alone. I'm like, wait, so how many people must have eaten this eba today? And then when they go back, they start to complain of stomach pain.
One reason I stopped eating outside often, in the university, hostels and the rest now, there was a fateful day I went to buy food, and I love swallowing outside also. So I cannot buy rice. Carry my money and go and buy rice. I'm not believe me. So I went to buy swallow. As I was eating it, everything was okay, but the moment I ate the meat was rotten. I felt so. Since that day till date, I don't think I can confidently say I want to buy soup outside. I can't.
Soup is even mild. Let me break it down. What of suya? Suya. Have you asked yourself? Yes, not all are actually. Some are very, very neat. They actually go through the normal, hygienic processes and all that. But I also recall eating suya that tasted a little bit rotten. Yes.
How? Is it like the meat?
The meat itself wasn't properly preserved. And then they brought it out, made it, now they'll put the pepper and everything. You will not notice. But when I tasted it, I knew that something was off. And you know that when it comes to meat, it carries a lot of parasites.
True.
Should we talk about pork meat? Pork that people eat. I don't eat pork meat. Every street in Orena has a pork meat vendor. That's the one that is reigning now. You see this meat that looks very attractive to you, and you see every street. I'm not spoiling businesses, but it is what it is. Do you take your time to actually prepare that meat, boil it very well? Because I know that to some extent, after boiling pork meat, if you do not boil it very well, even if you eat it, those worms will still act in your body. Are you aware?
The moment my dad told me, I've never eaten pork meat before. When we were really young, it was like, do you know how many meat? You can't cook this kind of thing for me. Okay, it was a fish. We had a fish situation at home. So I was really angry at, I don't know who was, it was my brother or something. Then he now mentioned that, I said, I don't eat pork meat. I was like, why don't you eat pork? Okay. Because pork meat has so much, no matter how you cook pork meat, it still has worms. I said, The moment that thing just sunk in my brain. There's a particular day, so pretty meat. I took it up. I went to eat. I was like, how much? 100 naira. I said, okay, 100 naira is very cheap. Maybe the big go for cow meat. He said, no, it's pig. I said, no, I cannot eat pig meat.
It's everywhere. And then you see a lot of people cluster around that particular vendor. They just get toothpick and they start to choose. And I'm like, I look at people, I say, nobody cares anymore. And then when you tell them, they'll tell you, don't you see it's on top of heat? It's on top of fire. The fire will kill all the germs. Oh, God. So we have a long way to go. And then one thing about worms is that you could eat it at that point. You might not feel anything. You must have ingested the eggs. Yes. You know what happens when you ingest the egg or something?
Hatches.
It will hatch. And then when it hatches,
it gives birth, it multiplies.
Thank you. To now multiply, you become a host of parasites. A human who is a host of parasites walking around. Now, the case of open defecation comes in. For instance, you are in a rural environment. You wouldn't even know that you are a host with millions and millions of different types of worm in your body. And then all of a sudden, you start having running stomach, you want to poo. You go into the bush or you go close to your river and you poo there. And then it rains.
And it washes it.
And then washes it off into the water.
You know people eat dog meat. Your dog eats it. You eat the dog. You eat the fish.
And then for people in the rural areas, you go drink water from the stream. And you take in more of these eggs, these worms, into your body. Are you also aware that there are some type of worms that enter into your body through your skin?
Yeah, hookworms.
Yes, we'll talk about those worms. The moment you put your leg in a water that has been worm infested, they hook onto your skin and from there enter into your body. You won't even know. So we have a lot of sensitization to do. Yes, I know that people can easily go to the over-the-counter, get worm medications. But are you also aware that there are some types of worm that even one dose of, when you take in that worm medication, it will not go.
Yes.
It stays in your body. Are you aware?
They have become in fact, what's that word? Landowners. They're not even tenants anymore. Landowners in your body. You cannot chase them out from their property.
Oh my God. All right, let's open up the phone lines right now for people who want to join the conversation and tell us what they think about what we are discussing. Share your thoughts with us this morning. We're talking about intestinal parasites, also known as worm infestation, and the harm that can actually be caused to our bodies as humans. Are there fruits that you know that easily multiply worm in the body? And people don't know they consume these things in excess. You can tell us. Now is the time for you to call.
You can call us through 0911 20,022, 0911 20,022, or 0707 454 1014, 0707 454 1014, or send us a message on WhatsApp on 0707 491 3438.
Okay, we have our first caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning to you.
I'm Queen, calling from Imo State.
Oh, Queen, how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, go ahead, please.
Please, this thing you're saying about worm. Can worm cause someone to be purging?
To have running stomach?
Yes.
It all depends. It's part of the symptoms. However, that doesn't mean that maybe what you're having at that time is worm infestation. So that's why we say go to the hospital to check.
Because the person are taking like Flagyl and Eucerin and the rest of stuff. But the purging continue, but not too much purging. No, it's just like when you finish eating, you start having running stomach, you go and poo.
Okay.
Something like that.
I would advise that person to, see a healthcare provider, let them run some tests on the poop to know if there is a bacteria or a kind of worm in the system, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Queen. You see that thing we are saying. The person goes and takes certain drugs. He doesn't know what is wrong with him. Without prescription. And then at the end of the day, you cause more harm to yourself. Please do not do that.
Hello, good morning. What's the name and where are you calling from?
Charles from One Bank. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, Charles.
Yes. Our food handling processes in Nigeria is abysmally poor. I don't know if it's lack of proper education or lack of water. I think shortage of water supply, clean water supply has caused the country is so low and so poor. You see someone selling on the street and he will just manage to pick up a 20-liter can and just manage it all through the day. He will be minimizing the water. And like, I don't put so much water and you're wasting water now. Just 20 liters. Serving the high. And you see them washing their vegetables to start to cook. They just put small water so that the water will not finish. This is so sad. And you talked about, you said the suya. Sometimes they don't properly preserve it.
Yes.
You know. But I noticed something.
Okay.
Before now, if you go to the market to buy your meat, you will see flies all over.
Thank you.
They told us in INTESTINAL or biology that it means the meat is healthy.
Okay.
But today, you no longer see any fly. They use formalin and whatever to preserve the meat.
Okay.
So it's just another cause for concern. So I want to urge our people to please, and you talked about washing vegetables. You know, I used to see my mother wash vegetables. He would just sprinkle it. If you just sprinkle it, if it's not enough, you are ended up doing nothing. So what I do, if I'm washing vegetables, what I do, I will put it, dip my eyes into the water and taste it. The solution must be strong enough that it will kill whatever that is in the vegetable. If you just sprinkle it like you are putting salt in soup,
okay,
it will not have any effect. I can do something. I marinate my water with enough salt.
Okay.
Then I will not wash it off. So by then it must have killed the whatever, and I will leave it for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Not just sprinkle it and wash it immediately, because if you put the salt, put the water immediately, you dilute it, and then you have ended up doing nothing. So put the salt, allow it to stay, and then you wash it off. I think I've said enough.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
This is interesting coming from a man who sounds like he's very domestic. You know, we've talked about this meat issue, Best Beauty. If you remember, sometime last year, I talked about people who sell meat in the markets. You go to most of these stores where they sell meat and you don't see one single fly. Now, I also did my findings and I found out that most of them use chemicals. They use either to preserve the meat or to rub on the meat so that those flies don't come around. Forgetting that people will still buy that meat and eat, put it into their bodies. That is one. And then he said something about, there was something he said, washing of vegetables. You know, we are very economical in this part of the world.
Yes.
Very, very economical. Some will tell you, salt don't cost, so not waste my salt, at the expense of your stomach. There's a way you put salt into that water, it will not even, especially the salt they produce these days. Have you noticed? If it were to be in those days, just a pinch of salt, you will know that, yes, you put salt in your food. But now you have to put, much more to ensure that it gets that concentration that you're looking for. So he says that if he tastes the water and it's not enough, he adds more. It's not enough for you to be too economical. When you want to prepare vegetable soup, for people who work in the restaurants, please don't be economical with the water you use to wash vegetables. Don't be economical with the salt. Use it very well in excess. It's not when somebody eats a dikaiko in your restaurant, the person goes back home. Have you running stomach? That is not a good thing at all.
Hello, good morning. What's the name? Where are you calling from? Please please move away from your radio set. I don't think it's radio. I think it's...
Look, I'm far from my radio. I'm okay now.
Okay.
Yes. It's Amada calls from Uche Street in Owerri. Good morning, Shiva.
Good morning to you, Ama.
Yeah, good morning, Best Beauty.
Good morning, Ama.
Yeah, there is something you said that provoked my interest. You say that washing or boiling the meat or whatever, vegetable, is not enough. Then does it mean that the temperature that is involved in boiling, does it mean that it doesn't kill maybe germs or parasites like the ones you people are discussing? Because as far as I know that anything that there is all these common parasites, common germs they hardly survive at the boiling point of water, which is 100 degrees Celsius. And they are telling us that some of them survive, except sambo pies. All I know is that sambo pies only survive high temperatures.
I meant to say, steaming is different from boiling. Maybe we did not put it that way. Some people steam their meat, they don't go the extra mile to boil it properly. That's my point.
Okay, you see, some people are allergic to salt. And because of some health issues, some people can't take salt. So that's why I am suggesting that boiling is equally important.
Okay. Thank you very much, Amma, for your contribution this morning. Now, while we are emphasizing on that, especially in the aspect of vegetables, there's a point you can only steam vegetables. I don't know how you prepare your vegetable, but if you overboil it, it loses its nutrients. So for vegetables, they are kind of very tender. So you need to steam it before you eat. But meat shouldn't be steamed, just steamed on the surface and that. No, you need to boil meat very well. We're trying to differentiate between the two so that we don't cause
even though
confusion.
you boil some certain kind of meat, the parasites don't die. That's just the truth. Something like pork meat. There's a particular boiling point. Why is that some people, they would even grill it and they still find you grill it overnight, like on the grill. People that cook meat for hours, 24 hours, 13 hours, 16 hours, and they still find parasites.
What some people do, they boil. After boiling, they fry or they grill. Understand me? So it will go through a lot of heat processes to finally kill off that bacteria. So we are not saying that there are no parasites that die at a boiling point. No, that's not what we are saying. Some of these parasites actually die at a high boiling point. But don't go and steam something on the surface and give people to eat. It will kill them. Thank you very much. Okay.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Please move away from your radio set. Thank you very much.
All right, sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Good morning, our SM, Mary the Slim Diva.
Good morning, Kachisin. Happy New Week.
Yeah, thank you. To my very own best.
Good morning, Mr. Catchison.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah. As people have said, my name is Catchison Ekuha. I am calling from my community, the community that Mary wants to buy a land, which is in the whole West local government.
Yes, we know. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Let me thank my very good friend, Ompadek. I listened to the commendation you said about the how he helped you guys today. Yes, I want to really commend him. He's a great guy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but Best Beauty, why did Best Beauty go with people now?
Oh, wow.
I had to stand by in the office in case of emergencies.
It's okay. It's okay, no problem.
All right.
Next time, people should come to Afu now.
Don't worry, we have that in our plans, okay? We'll visit Avu very soon. So please go ahead, Kachesin.
Okay. So, based on the topic at hand, say that it's a very good topic because there's something we say that they say the Legulonia Africa. You know, that kind of ignorance is what is killing us in our day-to-day life. Yes, as regards to particularly suya, I want to say that my elder sister is a med lab scientist. I've said this thing before. So most of these things, I get the knowledge from her. In fact, her project topic, when she graduated from IMSU in 2018, her thesis topic was about suya, to the germs and all that comes from suya. In fact, I was the one, she asked me to help her. I was the one that took a picture of an aboki man selling suya because she needed the picture to add to her thesis. So I was the one that took the picture for her. And since 2018, during the course of that project work, she now told me everything about suya. And since 2018, I want to tell you that I've not tested suya again. Yes, since 2018, based on the knowledge she gave me about worms and all that. In fact, everything about uncooked meat and every other thing is infested to this worm. And she also told me another thing, which you guys didn't mention it. Apple. Do you know that apple, the head of that apple, the head, where there is a black something there. If you use microscope to check it, if you see the level of worm in that apple, no matter how beautiful it looks, you won't even eat apple again.
All right.
So, additionally, you wash it very, very well with sauce, and then cut off the entire head. Cut it off very well so that you don't even taste it. But due to poverty, because the last time I bought apple, you buy one at least 800 naira, that green one. Now, if you bought that small green one, 800, you got to get there. Yeah, but eating that jam.
Yeah.
So, our problem in Nigeria is poverty. I don't blame people. But I want to thank people for continue to sensitize us. So those those who have ears should hear. Those who doesn't have ears, let them continue to wallow in ignorance. And I want to equally give a tip. I would also love a day you people will talk to us on
okay, you send a message. You have a lot in your head, Kachisin. You can send us a message, okay? Send a WhatsApp message and I'll respond to that. All right?
It's okay, no problem.
All right,
thank you.
Thank you as always, Kachisin, an ardent listener of Echo FM. We appreciate you so much for all the contributions. And yes, he has made so many important points. Thank God I mentioned apple here. I mentioned Akiausa, tiger nuts. There are people who go about selling tiger nut drink to people to drink. And then after they take it in fact, their system, their entire system will change. Are you aware that tiger nut drink does not stay warm? After making it, after processing it, you're supposed to put it in ice block, if you don't have refrigerator, to ensure that it is cold for some hours.
Just to refresh my memory, is tiger nut those small things that you
now?
You
Yes,
eat and you spit them out?
Thank you.
Okay.
Now that thing has a lot of worms, a lot of bacteria, a lot of parasites. If you put that thing under the microscope, I bet you will not even touch Akiausa again. But the thing is, it has a lot of nutrients. It is rich in fiber. So that shouldn't stop you from eating it. However, what is the mode of processing that Akiausa drink, tiger nut drink, before you put it in your mouth? For people who sell, we've not even talked about the kind of water that they use. Do you boil that water? Or you just go to any borehole, you collect water, I say, miri borehole, and you mix it for people to drink. There must be, maybe there will be eggs. It must have been contaminated. What of the jerry can you use to fetch the water? See, a lot of issues. A lot. Let's move on. We're just getting the information, please. This is more like an update we are getting from Onitsha Owerri Road at this time from Orji Michael, who sent us a message on Facebook, and he's saying that we should help announce to the Ministry of Health or Ministry of Environment and people who are in charge of evacuating corpses from the road to please come to their aid and remove the corpse that is along Owerri Onitsha Road. However, we do not know the particular area. Michael Oji, if you're listening right now, kindly send us a landmark, okay? Maybe a popular junction close to where that corpse is, so that the right authorities or the right agencies, people who should be evacuating that corpse, will know exactly where to go to do that. And we know that people listen to this station a lot. Please, if you know the area where that corpse is at this time, send us a landmark, send us the description so that we'll be able to announce it, and then those in charge will do the needful. Thank you very much. More calls, please.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Michael.
Michael, could you please speak closer to your mouthpiece? We can barely hear you. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, I'm Michael Chugwemeka, and I'm calling from my community, Alvo, in the West Local Government.
Go ahead.
I'm elder brother to Patrick. I just had this program.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, this is a very good topic.
Oh, we can barely hear you, Mr.
Your line is very bad, Mr. Michael. Please do us the favor of maybe moving around a little bit. Position your phone. I don't know if it's your phone or your mouthpiece or your earpiece. I don't know what the problem is, but try to change your position and call us. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, this is Diva.
Hi, good morning to you.
Good morning, blessed beauty.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Shimila and I'm calling from Nigeria.
Oh,
Are you in Zambiza Forest?
So, about...
Where are you? Calm down. Chiemela,
Okay,
where
I'm calling
exactly?
from Imo State, to be precise.
which part of Imo State, to be precise?
Oh, really?
It's good though. Let's know where you're calling from so that aliens aliens do not invade the airspace. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So, concerning what you're saying, I was talking about this, if it's about pork meat, sometimes people don't know. Of recently, I've discovered that many people don't boil the pork meat very well before they put it on the fire. And that pork meat contains tapeworm, and that tapeworm takes close to 1,000 degrees Celsius to die.
Thank you.
Because it survives ordinary
You're a
boiling
smart man.
water.
Okay.
And so when you see people, they go and buy the pork meat, they will eat it.
And you eat it.
And when you come, they don't know that to treat worm, they treat that tapeworm for 3 consecutive days. They just take 1 tablet for like 3 months, then they come and not 3 months. By that time, the worm in their belly has already taken 3, 4, or 4 food.
Okay.
So they need to, if they are treating worm, they need to treat it at least consecutive 3 days where they eradicate the worm in their system.
Okay.
And they should reduce hand and pork meat because they don't know the sellers. If you even look at their wire mask that they put the pork meat on, they don't wash it.
Thank you.
From year to year,
that
thing remains the same. Even Suya people, I'm sorry to say this.
Go ahead.
They are very wicked.
No, calm down. Tone it down a little, okay? They are not wicked. They are humans. They are doing their business. It's just that they lack information. Go ahead.
They lack information. They are trying. Their gooses are sweet. The one they sell is sweet. But at least what you are using, wash it if possible. At the end of the day, that's why I commend some people who sell meat, some meat sellers. When they finish, they clean and wash their table.
Very true.
But Suya people, after everything, the next morning, flies have already messed and do all the rubbish on top of the table. Fuck me their own. They have done wiki waga on top of the tray. And then you come and put another set of this and you start from where you stop. And people start eating maggot and everything inside your system. So then, as long as at least Echo FM, almost every bus I enter, if they are 10, 6 listen to Echo FM.
Yes.
They should tell somebody that will tell somebody that will tell the whole Nigeria so that everybody will have it in mind.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much, Emela. He made a lot of points. We talked about the pork meat, quite all right. We talked about the suya. However, the things used to steam and to grill, do they wash it? I can't even remember the last time I saw an aboki use broom to wash that mesh or use sponge. I cannot recall.
There. It's standard. It's like property.
Then even those that sell pork meat, once they are done for the day, they carry it into the warehouse or wherever it is, the shop. Rats will come, cockroaches, everything. The next day, you know the mentality we have is that anything that passes through fire,
we are safe.
we are safe.
We are Nigerians. So
It must have killed the germs.
Yeah.
You heard, you didn't hear from me. It's Chiemela that raised those observations.
I loved how you went further to talk about medications, but please, we would always advise you, make sure you go to the hospital. He said it takes 3 days for you to take the warm medicine.
No, he was just saying that some, I made mention of that when we started. Some people will tell you they have, in fact, they'll say, worm is disturbing me. Let me go and take worm medicine. And then they take it just one dose. I mean, without knowing the kind of worm that they have. I don't know if you get me.
Exactly.
So that's one thing we also need to change. We have a long way to go in this country. I can't believe that in this 21st century, we are talking about worm infestation. A topic that even a child knows. And as adults, we are still grappling with all of these things. I don't know when this is going to stop. Most of us are enlightened enough. Why not teach the next person? Let's take 1 or 2 calls and then we go. Okay, we lost this one. Let's see if this is going to connect.
Hello, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling
Good
from?
morning, Bessie. Good morning, Mary.
Hi,
morning.
good morning.
This is Cecilia. I'm calling from Naz.
Priscilla, go ahead.
Okay, I wanted to bring this to your notice that pork meat. Do you know that pork meat oil? No, it's very oil. It's sold separately.
Oh,
Yeah, something
separately. Really?
Yes.
Okay.
When I was much younger, my mom used to use food for us, but to my dad, one day my dad came back to it. So no, it's how will I say? It's very bulky. It's not like normal oil that. I don't know how to explain it.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
Something like that. Very thick. Till
Okay.
you heat it up, that's when it's going to like butter, just like butter.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So one day my dad came back, saw the thing, was like, but
Oh. Your line is breaking up, Opek. Your line is cracking. I don't know what the
Okay,
problem
can you hear me
is.
now?
Yes, it's clear.
okay. So my dad came back that day, he saw the thing in the kitchen. I was like, what's this thing in here? My mom said it's granite oil. My dad was like, what type of oil is like this thick, like butter? My mom said it's pork meat oil. My dad was very mad. That was how we stopped eating that thing.
Okay.
That was how, but it's very cheap. Like if you buy a bottle of granite oil for like 1.5, you're going to be getting that for like 700 or 800 naira.
Ah.
Yes.
Wow.
People do
What if
it
they sell it to people and they don't know they're selling it?
You've seen it now.
Anyways.
Thank you for this information. Oh, can you imagine? So it's even possible that most people sell pork oil
And they use it to fry things that we eat.
as vegetable. Is it granite? Which one we call? Is it granite oil?
They're
now?
not oil now.
They sell it as granite oil. And then you go to the market, you want to get unbranded vegetable oil, and you see those oils in can, and then you get it
coagulated.
without knowing that it's pork meat oil. I've never heard this one before.
So what if those people buying it in bulk, use it to fry yam, use it to fry plantain, and we eat it?
Apart from frying, they use it to cook. Maybe they don't want to fry. They just want to boil. They pour it into the pot. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Or they put it inside noodles. They want to steam. It will not undergo. See, oh my God, things are happening. Oh, everyone has to be extremely careful what they put into their mouth. We have this message on WhatsApp, and it says, "Good morning, Mary and Best Beauty. I am chosen." Texting from MCC. I want to make an opinion on what we are talking about today. You see what we call watermelons, the one they cut and they open up for people to purchase. Sometimes they need to be washed before eating it. I think what is causing all of these bacteria in the body is we normally do not check where we buy from. And all we know is that, oh God, your English, I don't know how else to read this. But what she's trying to say is that we should also point fingers at people who sell watermelon. And I agree with her. Most times you see people, I don't want to mention anybody now, but you see these vendors who sell watermelon, they cut it and it's looking all fresh. Before you will get to that place to buy it, flies must have perched on it. And then you finally buy. So we end up tying it in, what's it called, nylon bags. You might not know how long it took before they put it inside the nylon bags.
I heard something yesterday that Popo, you know, that they buy in bulk and everything. And people that sell some of the food, they use oil or something to paint it, so it look glossy to you. So maybe that's even stayed over. And you look, they will tie it. You know, some of them, they don't finish their goods. And Popo is the kind of fruit that it spoils the same day you peel it if it's not inside the refrigerator.
Most fruits, the moment it leaves that natural form, it starts to spoil immediately. And then some people keep these things till the following day, and you go, what are you eating? I'm eating watermelon. They say you should be eating fruits.
It tastes really, and the funny thing is, that's why I don't play with this, my smelling of a thing. Smelling and tasting. Carry it close to your nose, it will smell funny. If you know the original smell of these things, it will smell funny. Don't buy.
Okay, time is not our friend anymore. This one says, "Good morning, the Slim Diva and Best Beauty. Thank you for this wonderful topic. Please, my question is, when is the best time to take your warm medicine? Is it late at night, last thing in the night, or first thing in the morning? Thank you. My name is Dark and Lovely from Okigwe Road." I would not want to recommend or prescribe because I don't know the kind of worm that you have.
True.
Okay? Go see a healthcare. I did not say it mustn't be a doctor, it mustn't be a nurse. There are healthcare providers that can handle this issue of worms. Meet them. I did not say herbal. Don't misquote me. I did not say there are some people you see on the streets. On a go worm, on a boo worm, you go and buy. And you drink concussion, it will cause another thing in your body. Please, that's not what I said. Healthcare providers who know about these things, there are pharmacies everywhere. You can meet them, consult with them. If you cannot go to the hospital, meet them before you take these worm medications. Please, they will help you run the necessary tests in the laboratory to know the type of worm that you have. And then they will be in the best position to tell you if it is best for you to take it late, last thing at night or first thing in the morning. You will not hear that information from me. Please, before you will go and take the one you are not supposed to take, and then you say, is what I said. It's not what I said, though. Please, I beg you. Thank you very much. And then I want to say that there are lots of complications of these parasites you're talking about. You may experience severe symptoms if you have a heavy parasitic load. You're at a greater risk of having a weakened immune system, especially if you're pregnant. Some pregnant women do not know that worm infestation is something that can affect the fetus. We'll talk about that another day. There are a lot of complications. Dehydration from severe diarrhea, because when the worm is disturbing you, you start to poo. Every minute you're having diarrhea, you're losing electrolytes at that time. You now have to start rehydrating. Dehydration is one complication. Iron deficiency. Everybody has anemia now. Many people are suffering from anemia. Are you aware? Many people are suffering from anemia. If you ask, they say, they say I don't have blood, or I don't know what the problem is. Have you dewormed? How are we so sure it's not the small one you have? The worm is eating and feeding on it. And then you start to lose blood. Okay, I wouldn't want to talk much about this because it's complicated. Malnutrition, bowel obstruction, and so on and so forth. These are all, you have dysentery, rectal prolapse, organ damage, especially if a tapeworm travels to your brain, your eye, your heart, your lungs, or your liver. This particular worm, known as the tapeworm, is very dangerous. It is hard to kill. That is why, if you want to take one medication, please do the needful. Don't just sit there and advise yourself and just take one dose and feel that you have done justice to it. We have to go Best Beauty.
Well, I don't have much to say. I'm very easily scared for my life. So I'll just tell you that now that you've heard this thing, just look inside you. Do you want to die? It might sound really funny, but you know how little things, something as simple as minute as a worm, can cause you so many health problems. You don't even know the extent this can go. So just be very careful, be mindful, be conscious. Salt is not expensive. Thank God it's still 150. You can see salt for 150. Splurge on salt. If you cannot take salt, splurge on boiling. Anyone that works for you, but be very careful of what you take, especially when you're outside, when you don't know the sauce, you don't know the water they are using, the way they are frying it, the way they are cooking it, you don't know anything. Be very, very careful, because these days we don't even do health checks anymore. There's no health check. There's no what's this person that they audit people? There's nothing like that going on, and you don't know what you are eating. So just be very, very careful of what you eat and what you take into your body. That's all I can say.
Best Beauty has said it all. If you don't want to die young, you want to live long, do the needful. I know that people who are living with hypertension, people who have high blood pressure, might have a little bit of problem with salt.
True.
You'd have to consult with your doctor to know what best fits. I know that some people use vinegar.
Oh.
Yes, that's another thing that some people use. But please, if you have any underlying health condition and you don't know if salt is going to interact with your medications or your health, seek the services of your doctor or your nurses. I beg you in the name of God. Don't go and say, we say you should wash with salt. And then for people who do not have any underlying health condition, please, apple, wash with salt. Even oranges that has been peeled. You know some people peel oranges.
And buy peeled ones.
Yes, you buy wash it. Wash it before you cut it open. What again? Vegetables. Wash thoroughly. What again? Watermelon.
Fish. Everything.
Bananas. Yeah.
That's
wash the back. Wash the back,
My dear.
before you peel it open. Because some people keep it on the floor, on the ground.
True.
Yes.
True.
And then you use your hand. You peel the back. You use that same hand and hold the banana.
Eat it.
Is it banana or banana? Let's go, please. We are out of time. Garden eggs. There are a lot of things to say, but let's go. Thank you so much for listening. Tomorrow we'll make a return. And guess what? Another interesting topic for tomorrow. Trust me when I say that. Don't miss it. My name is Mary Omeniwodo. You can call me the Slim Diva. You're most adorable.
And my name is Best Beauty.
Thank you, Marv King. We'll bring you the news up next. Don't go anywhere.
Echo.
The station with fair and balanced reporting. I am Best Beauty going far, bringing you the latest and breaking stories around the world. First, the headlines. FGI's 3 trillion naira savings, 14 million farmers join cassava value chain. NDLEA intercepts Brazilian lady with 3 billion naira worth of heroin, Abuja airport. Discos rejects FG's free meter plan. US urges Iraq to limit Iranian influence as new government forms. Palestinian man killed, child injured by Israeli fire in Gaza despite ceasefire. Team Nigeria to train in Scotland ahead of 2026 Commonwealth Games. Details shortly. Please stay tuned. The federal government says it is targeting over 3 trillion naira in annual foreign exchange savings through the cassava bioethanol value chain development project, which will empower about 14 million smallholder farmers nationwide. The disclosure was made by the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Senator Abubakar Atiku Bagudu. The minister explained that the project is designed to integrate cassava farmers into industrial production by linking agriculture with Nigeria's energy transition agenda. He noted that blending bioethanol with petrol would significantly reduce fuel imports while strengthening rural development and domestic value addition. Bagudu added that the initiative would position cassava as a strategic industrial crop, create jobs, boost rural incomes, and expand Nigeria's renewable energy market. Officials said the program would also improve coordination among stakeholders ahead of full implementation. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have arrested a 30-year-old Brazilian woman, Ingrid Benavides, at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja with over 30 kilograms of urine valued at more than 3 billion naira. The drugs were concealed in factory-sealed coffee packs. According to the NDLEA, intelligence-led surveillance led to the interception of the suspect upon arrival in Abuja. A search of her luggage revealed multiple sealed coffee packages, later confirmed to contain heroin, while the suspect claimed she entered Nigeria under the pretext of a holiday visit. The agency also reported multiple arrests and seizures across several states, including Lagos, Kano, Oyo, Edo, and Borno. NDLEA said the operations are part of sustained efforts to dismantle drug trafficking networks and cut off supply lines to criminal groups. The Oyo State Police Command has confirmed the killing of a police inspector during a rescue operation involving a kidnapped victim in Olorunda village, Oyo West local government area. The incident occurred while officers were attempting to free Haruna Lawal, who was abducted by armed assailants. Police said that the attackers escaped with the victim's motorcycle after the attack, while Lawal sustained head injuries during the incident. He was rushed to a general hospital in Oyo town where he's currently receiving medical treatment. The command said investigations are ongoing and efforts have been intensified to arrest the suspects. The police reassured residents of their commitment to tackling crime and urged the public to continue providing timely and credible information. The Gombe State Police Command has rescued 3 abducted persons and recovered 2 rifles following an attack by suspected bandits in Pindiga district of Akko local government area. The attack affected several communities including Rahama, Lambo and Garin Galadima villages. Police said the attackers abducted multiple residents before security operatives working with vigilantes and hunters responded to a distress call. A gun battle ensued between the police tactical team and the suspects during the operation. The command confirmed that 3 suspected bandits were neutralized, while others fled into nearby forests with possible gunshot wounds. Police said efforts are ongoing to apprehend the fleeing suspects and restore peace in the area. And if you just tuned in, you are listening to the Global News at Noon on Echo FM 100.7. A recap of the headlines. FGI's 3 trillion naira savings, 14 million farmers join cassava value chain. NDLEA intercepts Brazilian lady with 3 billion naira heroin, Abuja airport. Discos reject FG's free meter plan. U.S. urges Iraq to limit Iranian influence as new government forms. Palestinian man killed, child injured by Israeli fire in Gaza despite ceasefire. Team Nigeria to train in Scotland ahead of 2026 Commonwealth Games. And up next is the business, foreign and sports news. Please stay tuned.